My name is Felicity Addo. I'm from IASA and I'm working in the LAMASUS project. And I remember you asked to think about how our projects are connected and how we kind of see synergies between the two projects. And one of the things that come into my mind is the fact that we're currently working on typology of farms, right? Because even though the European Commission has this typology of farms that talks about dairy farms and specialized crop farms, we thought, okay, well, this is a nice generic typology of the farm, but then the question still remains, is there another deeper level we can go? Because this would really help us to kind of more parameterize our models, because yes, you're a dairy farm, but we are all not the same type of dairy farm. You can be more extensive, you can be more grassland based, you can be more intensive, you can be more indoor, there are different types. And so then the story or the journey began of us thinking, how can we go one step deeper to sort of look at this typology question of farms and farming in Europe, and whether or not we can take that one step deeper. And so in that conversation, we thought, okay, BrightSpace and LAMASUS are sisters, brothers, I don't know, but they are twin projects, so we could sort of bring our heads together and think about this question. And then in that conversation, it always comes up, but what would be a best way to do this? And we thought about, well, what about the geolocation in terms of the biogeographical zones could be one way we could look at it, or the soils, because we do care about the soil and the carbon matter. So still thinking about the typology, but now bringing in the sustainability indicators, the environmental indicators, as well as the economic indicators. So would the size of the farm have something to do with what type of farm it becomes? Because you can be dairy, but maybe if you're a small dairy farmer, your style of farming is different, your practices are different, maybe you're more sustainability oriented. These are just assumptions we make, but then it's really nice that when we go into the typology and looking at the data, we are able to come up with some form of solution or some form of clustering, if you would, of how these farms would be so that they are more harmonized. Because Europe is quite heterogeneous, and so you cannot just say, oh, all of them are dairy farms. We want to find a way to harmonize them so that when they go into the models, we are able to get the correct parameters.